Hey, you guys, I got a couple things to say before we get started. Okay, I went and showed the young lady what the channel had done for her. I took her everything. I matched what the channel raised, and I also presented her with a vehicle, which was actually my daughter's old vehicle. I took it and dropped it off at the maintenance shop. Actually, the same day I met her. So I dropped it off. You know, it was always my intentions to give her that vehicle. Um, and like I said, it ain't a brand new vehicle, but it's still in pretty good shape. And she loves it. She loves everything, you know, and when she gets settled in and everything on track or whatever, you know, she's coming into the channel and help me do the day-to-day on the channel. So, you know, we're gonna have a lot of good things happening. But I also want to tell you why we're starting late. Well, as I got over there, you know, it's raining in Louisiana, and her roof was leaking. So I got up there, you know, to try to see how I can patch it as best as I could, you know. And man, I did it, and I kind of stopped it from leaking in the inside of her home. And man, when I say all kind of debris and stuff got in my eyes, and I've been trying to wait for my eyes to cool down, you know. Man, I've been putting like clear eyes inside my eyes and things like that, but that's just not, it's not working right now. So it's just gonna take some time, you know. So, but rather than just keep holding off what we doing, I decided to come straight in like this, you know. So let's get started. We actually gonna start this from a non-work day. Sleep late, lose weight. We go to chow, we come back to the tier. Now, we got a transport coming in. Now, I know y'all haven't heard me talk about Mexican inmates and white inmates, and these prisons also have each, but none of them play too many significant parts because they kind of stay to themselves and they kind of hang together. You know, we all sectioned off, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's by race, friends, you know, groups, sexuality, or whatever, you know. But it is different races in this prison. And different things do happen, you know, within their culture as well. I'm going to focus on the transport that's coming in. And it's this particular white guy named TJ. Now, TJ, he's a white guy, but TJ acts black. He only hang with black people. You know, when he first came up in here, he just immediately started, you know, networking with black people. Now, from the moment I met TJ, I liked the TJ. So I knew, you know, almost everybody in the prison was going to start coming at him, you know, because I'm going to just keep it real, because it's just the mindset of black people that they think every white person comes from money and has money. So when they see this white boy that want to hang around black people, they just see a dollar sign, you know, or some kind of advancement. And I'm going to make it clear, some black people, because I'm not one of those. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely seen the person, TJ. You know, I also knew he was a little dramatical, you know what I'm saying? Because he trying to get the bounce down, you know, the walk down, you know, his mannerisms and things like that, his speech and things like that. And some inmates, they get offended, you know, because they not used to that. Some people just ain't grow up around, you know, this type of environment. But I did. Like I said, I have a lot of Caucasian friends. So the new transport come in, everybody get their placement or whatever. I immediately goes up to TJ and I'm like, hey, bro, look, man, you know, get the accent where you from, you know, just trying to spark up a conversation. We get to talking or whatever. And immediately, while I'm doing that, the guy named Byron and a guy named Kiki that he came on transport with, they immediately come over there and try to bogart him and, you know, have him, you know, start a conversation trying to take him off the other way. So at this time, I done got real fucking aggravated right quick. So I look at them, I'm like, man, you don't see me talking to this man? That's fucking rude what y'all doing, man. I'm like, y'all trying to hair up and drag this man out? What y'all trying to do to this man? What y'all trying to get this man out of? No, man, nothing, man. We just looking out for him, you know what I'm saying? We don't know you, he don't know you. I'm like, so what y'all related to him? Then come to find out, they only met on the transport bus. See, the transport bus just don't come from one prison most of the time. Sometimes it makes stops at other prisons along the way to grab other inmates. That's why it's just not a prison bus, it's a transport bus. It'll go to this prison and pick up 2 prisoners, to this prison and pick up 5, to this one pick up 2, this one pick up 8, until they all who come into this prison are picked up. So they just met him on the transport. So I end up telling TJ, listen, TJ, be your own judge of character. Depend and find your own movement. Don't let nobody move you about and shuffle you along. Because if you move in at their pace, then you ain't all the way caught in on what their motives are. I say, TJ, look, I've been in this prison for a while, and I was at another prison before this one. And you seem like you green, TJ, so I'm just gonna tell you straight up, bro. Watch what you do, watch what you say, watch who you trust. I'm a pretty straight up dude, bro. If you need somebody to holler at, come talk to me, dog. Before you make any decisions that you unsure about, come talk to me. The decision that you make can wreck you. So TJ daps me down, and he continues off with Beavis and Butthead, Kiki and Byron. You know, I call them next because them 2 dudes that act like they know how to navigate their way through prison life and don't know shit, which gonna become apparently clear soon. So I finished talking to them, and, you know, I hadn't paid attention that Baby Charles had been trying to get my attention this whole time back there. He just doing like this or whatever. So I goes back there towards where he at. He tells me about the other dude, Aaron, that came on the transport. He like, hey, man, that dude right there from my neighborhood. He said, hey, listen, we gotta watch that boy right there. He say that boy throw crosses. He say, yeah, I was locked up with him too, you know what I'm saying, in another prison before I came to the prison where we was the first time. So he like, dude, Aaron, this is what Baby Charles saying, he actually got his cousins and them killed on Christmas Eve. He played a part in his own 2 cousins, first cousins, being killed on Christmas Eve, and actually pointing out other dudes that ain't have nothing to do with it. But he pointed them out and told the cops they was the ones who killed his cousin and sent them dudes to jail for nothing. Okay, so these are the most important people I just explained to you of this episode. So now we about to get in the heart of the story. Now at this time, everybody is pretty much getting their stuff together so they can pretty much get their day started. So, okay, you know, me and my dudes, we about to go play chess, you know what I'm saying? And maybe play some cards after that or whatever. We just gonna hang out. We off today. Okay, so we in the middle of the tier sitting on the bench, and we scanning the prison because it got a good deal of new inmates in this prison. And that's when the most of the shit start popping off, because the older inmates always plotting on the newer inmates and how they can get over on them. So that makes different things pop out because they already in plotting mode. Now, as I'm scanning the prison, I see Kiki, the guy, one of the guys that walked TJ off. I see him going inside of Broomfield and Monroe cell. Now, my first instinct is to see where TJ at in the prison. But I see TJ. He's standing right in front of his cell. So he's not with him. Whatever Kiki got going on, that's just Kiki by himself. You know, so I immediately stopped worrying about that situation. So the dude, Aaron, Baby Charles knew, he done made his way back there to Baby Charles, and they back there talking, but you could tell the way Baby Charles talking that he ain't cutting no corners with this dude. He just don't want to fuck with you, period. You know what I'm saying? And Baby Charles point, and it almost looked like he's saying, go ahead and get the fuck from around me. You know what I'm saying? Because Baby Charles done already stressed to me that he does not like this dude. He's not to be trusted. Now, look like Baby Charles getting aggravated because dude's still back there by his cell, and you could tell when Baby Charles get mad because he get to doing all these gestures like this, you know? And I can hear him getting louder. Now they starting to argue. Baby Charles, who you playing with? Bitch, if you don't get your ass from in front of my house, I swear I'm gonna beat your ass over here. Now they just going backwards and forward with each other, but now I'm in my head like, This nigga bold as a motherfucker. You done went to this man home and just straight up disrespecting this man instead of walking your ass off and leaving this man alone if he don't want to be bothered. Babe, come handle this puss ass nigga. Shit, what the fuck he gonna do? Bitch, who you playing? You gonna sneak me? Okay. Now this dude, Aaron, then did all that backwards and forward with baby Charles, then got his ass stuck, then backpedaled his ass back down to his cell. Now that shit he talking about, somebody snuck him. Now everybody in this tier seen what happened. So I go be nosy. I hop off the table and go back there and walk and talk to baby Charles, because I want to know what made all this transpire. So when I get back there talking to Charles, Charles tell me, man, this bitch got nerves to tell me he knew I was going to get turned out in prison. Because the last time he seen baby Charles was still a straight man. So I'm like, yeah, I got to watch Lil one. Lil got a problem. For him to be walking through prison like he at a sleepover. Like they about to make s'mores and shit, and everybody is super fucking all right, and you could just pop your mouth off and say whatever the fuck come off the top of your head. So I'm still standing with baby Charles just laughing at how fucking ignorant this shit is. And a new inmate who was on a transport with all them named Kiefer, he comes up to us and say, I don't know how well you know anybody else, but I seen you talking to TJ, the white boy. I was on a transport with him too. And, hey, bro, the dude Kiki down there trying to make a deal for TJ. He's selling TJ. I was in the prison with Kiki and Byron. That's what they did. They sold other weak prisoners to other prisoners. Now, when somebody you don't know come tell you something, you just can't take their word at face value because we are in prison. And he might have beef with Kiki and Byron or whatever, That's why he's saying these things about him. So, I started to ask him some questions. How you know they were selling other inmates in the prison that y'all was in? Somebody told you? Ain't nobody tell me that. They sold my little celly. See, most of these guys got a long time to be left in this prison. And they relatives stop answering their calls, stop sending them stuff. So they have to survive. So what they do, they come up with hustle. Things that they done got good at over the years. And these particular dudes, they hustle is selling weaker inmates to booty bandits. They gonna deliver them on a platter. Meaning Byron gonna keep TJ occupied, and then when he make the deal, both of them gonna beat TJ up until he ready to be sold to the highest bidder. See, Kiki ain't just going to Monroe and Broomfield. He gonna go to every different person he spot. Like I said, they've been doing this for a while, so they know all the guys that mess with boys and that participate in this kind of behavior. So I go, I call all my dogs immediately, because once a situation like this be put into play, it'll be hard to reverse this situation. Because so many people done got involved. So me and my dogs, we link up. And first, we go to TJ's cell where Byron been watching him this whole time. And we just lay our eyes on them. And now we go find Kiki. There that bitch go right there, coming out Jabora's cell. Say, my dog, holler at me right quick, bro. What's going on with you, big dog? How much you want for that white boy, man? Oh, y'all trying to throw y'all hat in the ring, huh? Yeah. Shit, Jabora just told me, shit, man, he gonna keep me straight on canteen for about 2 months. Man, if you top that shit, he yours. A signed, seal, delivered. I'm bringing them straight to you. So if I go ahead and top that price, when can I expect my product, and is you gonna be able to deliver? Shit, if you go ahead and give me your word, shit, he be down there first thing tomorrow morning. Bet. That's all I need to know, baby. All right. Get that bitch. What I did, man. When we finish, we gonna get your dog. Y'all some hoe ass. Y'all finish thumping him, we gonna get burned. And that's just how it happened. After we whooped his ass, we went in there and we whooped Byron ass. You know what I'm saying? I hate people that try to play with my intelligence. I'm a down-to-earth person, good-hearted person. Until somebody tries to play with my intelligence and manipulate a situation. After you see me take an interest in helping this guy and you wing this guy from around me. So we didn't really have to tell TJ too much about what was going on, because he say the conversation started getting awkward already, the type of things they was asking him. Have he ever let one of these boys up in here suck his dick? You know what I'm saying? Have he ever had thoughts like that? They mentally preparing this dude, so nothing comes as a shock, because he talking to you like this shit is normal. Sleep late, lose weight. We go to child we go to workforce. So we in carpool, we working, everybody good, you know what I'm saying? We got a little contest going on. We got about 6 cruisers in today that need the tires to be rotated, and some of them need to be changed out. So we got a contest going to see who can rotate, balance, and put on the tires the fastest. We just timing ourselves. Now, these cars that we're actually doing have been donated to the prison by the police force. Now, like, we gonna be interchanging seats. By the time we finish with these cars, they're gonna be fully broke down. We taking every component out of the car. Now, we doing the competition, and how we doing it, we doing is carpool against detail. And now we're neck and neck, and we're going into the third car. So we're gonna strip down the third car. And when we strip down this third car, one of the inmates come back up to us with some balled up pictures. Now, what I'm about to tell y'all, this is how I knew there was something greater than myself. Cause see, at this stage in my life, I had to lost my faith. All the things I'm seeing, I'm back in prison on something that I did not have knowledge of. So I'm losing faith in God, and I'm questioning everything. But this is what reaffirmed that for me. One of the white inmates that's in this prison that works in detail, that very car he was arrested in was donated to this prison. And those pictures was of him and a 2-year-old baby doing sexual acts to him. He was molesting this child, and he was taking pictures of it. Now, he's in jail, but when he got arrested, he didn't get arrested for that. He was accused of that, but his charges are lesser charges. So now he's the tool man in our detail. He don't do what we do. So these guys are passing these pictures around, shaking their head, huffing and puffing, getting mad. Now this guy, he got no idea what we done found, because they brought the pictures back up to all us that actually do the work on the cars. And like I said, he the tool man. He signs the tools in and out. Now these guys discussing what they should do. They done came up, they going to confront him about these pictures. That shit ain't never good. So they goes over there and they get up to him and they like, man, you a sick motherfucker, look at this motherfucker shit. So he begging them to give him the pictures and don't show the picture to the warden or the guards or nobody like that of authority. But I don't think he even grasping the concept of what's going on here. When I first got to this prison, they killed a inmate for doing the same exact thing. So this guy, I swear, this guy's name is Advil, like the medicine, his name is Advil. So Advil walks up to the dude. Now, you remember, I'm not talking like the hydraulic jack. I'm talking about like the ones that came with those old 1986 Buicks. You know, it's tall, upright, you know what I'm saying? And you put the mount on the ground and you stick it into the mount, and then you use the crowbar to jack it up, and the jack part go up and down. He got that whole thing in his hand, and he's walking up to the guy, and all these other guys are grabbing anything that they can find, and they closing in on this man. Ow! Oh, Lord, show me some mercy. You wanna fuck? You gonna kill? Now, that first lick they swung at him, his timing was on because he blocked it, but it broke his arm. His arm looked like it was warped. Then they cracked him across his head. Then they just started stomping him. Dude stabbed him with a screwdriver. They basically killing this dude up in here. Even if they kill him, the warden ain't gonna say a word. When they present the warden with those pictures, the warden gonna let some other inmates at him anyway. Probably lock him in a cell with the biggest 5 inmates the warden can find. There's nothing frowned upon more than a rapist, a child molester, something of that nature. That's the worst thing you could ever come to prison for. They want to kill him. By the grace of God, the chaplain was walking by, and the chaplain ran and got the COs. And Sergeant Larry, CO Buddy, Captain Burnett, and Lieutenant Nolan, they came up in this motherfucker. They ready to go off on the inmates. Because first of all, the guy's white. All you black guys jumped on this white guy. Man, they dropped the pictures on the floor. And these COs is shocked. Say, Sarge, we broke the car down and they were stuffed in the back seat. Now, how ironic was that? They donate the car that you wrote in and hid your evidence in to the prison you in. And the only charge he actually in there on this time is some kind of charge against nature. I don't even know what the hell that is. But this guy is a full-on predator, and little kids is his target. Okay, guys, like I said, I'm sorry I got started so late. I helped this young lady with her roof, you know, because she had a leak. So I end up going in on top of the roof. I don't know if it's debris from the roof or fiberglass from the attic, you know, because I had to go in both to kind of patch up her roof because it was raining, you know, inside her home as well. She's very, very grateful for what you guys done for her. And I'm grateful, you know. The money we raised, it was like $521. I matched that, and I also gave her my daughter's old car. You know, I got the maintenance done on it. She loves the car. It's a pretty good car, you know. It's not a brand new car, but it's in good condition. But like I said, y'all will have a chance to meet her because she's actually coming on. You know, so I just want to give her time to get herself situated. Y'all know this our marathon weekend, you know. We're going to keep going. We ain't stopping, you know. So, but after I post this video, I'm coming up for the live so we can actually go ahead and do the trivia game. So I'll see you guys there.